Okay, so the last 2 tries it just didn't work. But now it just work easy. Can't try to ink on this anymore because it's not fleshed out enough. Let's see if there's any good candidates. I'm gonna just warm up in my pocket sketchbook. Could do that one. Finish that one maybe. This one might be good enough to finish. I think I just need to do a little bit on it. So the plan is to maybe try to do like practice inking for most of the month, and then like at the end of the month maybe finally commit to some final inks on some of the final pages. I mean, this stuff is passable, but it's like I'd want to work on it. Maybe I don't need to commit to a whole page, but just start inking certain panels that I feel like are ready. So I think I'm gonna do like maybe 20 days of just practicing and then 10 days of taking it serious, or maybe just like 1 day of taking it serious. I don't know. But that's the idea, is to like get a little better at inking and then go for a couple final drawings. Yeah, I think I'll mess with this page is kind of crappy, but I'll just I don't know, who cares? Yeah, I think the hippo lady can have a bun. That sounds cool. Or she could have like, I don't know what these are. Like the mini type pigtails, like something like that. That looks horrible. But like if the mini pigtails were done properly. I don't think her face will be that chubby in the manga. So on Instagram, there's a really good artist named Carl Kapinski, and he always has these really good old school rap songs over his drawing videos. So I just randomly typed in his name to see if there'd be a playlist on Spotify, and there was. So I don't really know any of these songs, but they sound cool. They're old school rap. It's pretty sweet. I don't know if you guys watched Ozark, but I really liked how Ruth's theme songs were all those Nas songs, and it is just like a super cool part of the show. Cause I really like that Represent song. It's one of my favorite classic rap songs. I'm not too familiar with the genre, but I like it. I think this is a mini skirt she's wearing. I should consider not like actually putting like I just default to a bikini top or a giraffe lady's wearing a bikini top too, so I don't think the hippo lady can walk in wearing similar garb. I think all the monster girls can be pantsless, because I think it's a funny joke that they have fur down there, so they don't need pants. Because I think the dumbest shit is funny, in case you guys haven't noticed. Like, my favorite movies are like stuff like Napoleon Dynamite, and that one's not even that dumb, but I really get enjoyment from like stuff like Harold and Kumar and like Dude, Where's My Car, or just stuff like that. I think is so funny. Or like Austin Powers is my ultimate favorite, I think, out of stupid movies. That hand, that makes a lot of sense. Just like one giant finger. And then I'm too lazy to draw shoes, so I'm just gonna put on something like that, like a slipper. She got a slipper. Like some house slippers or something. I don't know. Just I don't know, bun or like little mini pigtails. I feel like the little mini pigtails are actually a better design choice. This is design type stuff. This ain't no joke. We have a mini sketchbook. I've got like 10 of these filled. I've been carrying around mini sketchbooks for like probably like 6 years or so. These ones I found when I lived in Denver, so I used to have all kinds of little different mini sketchbooks, but these moleskin ones are, I mean, they're not great or anything. The paper's like super thin, you can see through it, but they're thin, no bulk, so they just work really good. I like this grenade cyborg. It's kind of better than any of like the poses she has in the actual pages, so I might just like copy that to one of the pages. Because it's hard to get that up shot angle, and I feel like it just looks decent because it's sketchy. It's like K Yako guy. He's a really good artist on Twitch. This page was kind of fun because I just started drawing. I was like, I'll draw some of my OCs. Every artist has his OCs. Probiscus, Extreme Wheelchair Grandpa, Ripstick Ronnie. He shows everyone up at the skate park on his ripstick. Because ripsticks are cooler than skateboards. Narbok, he's kind of just like the stoner version of Strider in like a fantasy world. In like a stoner fantasy themed world. And then we got our girls from the manga, of course. Sayaka, Izora, and then Molly. See your fucked up teeth. It always looks funny on dogs when you do that. So I wanna, but there's no drawings of her that are big enough in the manga to do the goofy teeth on her. So I'll have to find a spot for that. I was just gonna draw this. There was one. Tequila Sunrise. Bitch. When Medaka goes on her bender. I don't know. Tequila Sunrise, though. I think that's just when you wake up in the morning and start drinking tequila. So when I start drinking again, I think I'm gonna do that, just to start off with a bang. This picture is embarrassingly bad. She's got like the nipple stickers. I hope nobody ever sees that I drew that. But yeah, if this is, like, imagine how crappy all my other little pocket sketchbooks are. There's some gems within, but I finally learned how to do like kind of more forms and 3D in my drawings. So it's just embarrassing drawing like anime girls shittily for 10 years. And then you got a bunch of like horrible drawings of it. This one's really cartoony, but it looks okay. Foxfire Flame Ninja. Make her eyes just a little less basic. Okay. Thinking just like Batman style points. And then if she takes off her hat, her ears are like more fox ears or something. I don't know. But she's gonna be disguised. She's actually gonna be the international investor, I think. So you think she's just one of the random crazy characters, but she's actually gonna, I think, play a bigger role in the manga as someone who's like got a character arc of like being a badass ninja. That's just a waste of time. I wanted, this is why I even brought this out, because I wanted to warm up with this yoga party. A little drawing. Yoga party. Uh-oh. Should have a capital T in there. So I selected kind of poses that would fit their character. But Medaka probably shouldn't be tree pose, because that means you're like sturdy, and she's kind of... She kind of goes down the wrong path. She doesn't have her priorities in order when she starts drinking. And she goes and gets... starts making a bunch of foolish moves and decisions. So tree pose would be for like an unwavering personality. These are just quick little character or figure drawings, I don't know. Oops. So this arm should have been more inward. Yoga shorts. We'll just say she takes her sunglasses off only when she's doing yoga. looks okay just because it's such a small little drawing. The Sayaka pose, that one, since it's bigger, you're gonna be able to see how off everything is in it. So draw her with her eyes closed. Yeah, this armpit area is like one of the trickiest to get right. But the boob kind of connects into the armpit, so I think. Oops, it needs to shoulder maybe up. No, I gotta change it. How does it look? Check out my own armpits real quick. Okay, I looked at my own self in this pose and I was unable to register any information in my brain. So I'm still freestyling it. I think shoulder needs, it just, arm needs to be over here a little more. And the boobs would be down a little more. Alright, fuck it. These drawings don't matter, they're just kind of practice. I'd like to at least learn a little something. Okay, the armpit actually comes up more closer. Yeah, fuck, I don't even know what I did wrong. Dude, armpits are like complicated as fuck. I don't get it. Okay. So this kind of thing goes up like that more. Kind of covers up the collarbone a little bit. Around back. So it's kind of more in there. That mark isn't in the way. so this part kind of wraps around to the shoulder, which is a little higher. Alright, that's a little better. I'll just say fuck it. See, I left this marker open all day, or all night. Something like that. That piece just kind of goes into the armpit and disappears. And so you gotta think that shoulder. Alright. So that's the learning for this drawing, and the rest of it I'll just rush through. I think the move would just be a little more to that makes sense. These are just quick sketches, so it's not like they're good. Because it's literally, my main mistake with drawing is just not using reference. And to this day, I still am just stubborn and never use reference. When you should just use reference for every last little tiny thing. Because you don't learn shit unless you use reference. It's just, you be spinning your wheels for the rest of your life. Oh, this song's so awesome. So I don't know if it's bad to have copyright music on your stream. Like, do you get in trouble eventually? But I had like a little notification that's like, yeah, copyright stuff. And I was like, oh my god. What next? So I really want for the manga to have dude, I cannot do any multitask like talk and draw. I really want the manga to have chapter covers, cover pages for the chapters, similar to like how One Piece has them. So the girls would be like doing some shit. Like, I don't know if this is a good example. That's a One Piece, fuck, dude, I can't even think of what I'm trying to say at all. They have cover stories, so it's like a story in front of the chapters that'll go on, so that's like you get a bonus little story on your cover page. But he also just does fun like cover pages where the characters are just like hanging out. Like there's one where they're like doing farm stuff, and I feel like it'd be cool to just give it like make it more lively, like give it some alright, I don't know if there's any. Flipping through sketchbooks is risky, as you saw earlier with the embarrassing drawings. I got one I kind of worked on. Oh yeah. So that's kind of, I guess, just you know, I might ink this, or I might ink something like this. I think in a couple days or something. But doing stuff like this, it's fun, but it's like the cow isn't like the sizes of stuff. Like the characters aren't grounded, so it would be like a lot harder to actually draw that correctly. Where the characters aren't just like floating in air. This one I spent a lot of time on. I kind of like it. They're just all chilling on the couch with their legs on top of each other, and then Yuzara's got her feet in Madaka's face, and she's just like, what the fuck? But these were inspired by those One Piece kind of chapter in-betweens. Oh, someone's here. Ripstick Ronnie. I fucking love it. Yeah, if I can ever make a comic about Ripstick Ronnie showing all the skaters up on his ripstick. That's one of my things I want to work on. Oh, you watch One Piece too? Fuck yeah. I'm like too obsessed with it. I love that shit. Just anime in general has been pretty good, but to me, nothing even close to One Piece. I just like it a lot. Big Mom's Tea Party, dude. That part was pretty sick when all like the monkey Luffys go jumping around and they just botch the whole assassination. Dude, it's so fun. Yeah, I really like Whole Cake Island. It's pretty good because I feel like after the time skip, it's, I don't know, just not quite as epic or awesome. It's all awesome, but I don't know. I wish I would have noticed that you were here earlier so I could have talked to you while you were hanging out. I love getting tea ready and then you start reading or drawing, and then it's just like an hour later you're like, oh yeah, my tea. It's cold. Fuck yeah, Soup, dude. What's your name on Xbox again? It's not the same, is it? I don't know why that's doing that. Flickering. But yeah, I like this drawing. I feel like I could have this as kind of one of those in-between cover pages. Soup X. Oh, it is? Okay. It's the same. Yeah, I'm really glad to see any new guys. I get just as much enjoyment out of watching like new guys. It's funner to watch new guys play because you guys can always hit new scores, and you're just on the cusp of getting a awesome run and what the frick, tripling your high score, because when when you've only been playing for a couple of years, you never know what's going to happen because you could just triple your high score, especially in pacifism. Song's still going? Oh, it's extended version. Curtis Mayfield. I want to remember that because I like this song a lot. Oh, this song's gotta go in the manga, dude. It's so good. Oh yeah, you got it. It's just a time sink. You gotta freaking play every night to beat your scores. And then it just gets harder and harder to beat your scores as you go. But it's super fun. Yeah, dude, I love seeing it. I think I had caught you on stream the other night, just for a bit. But I don't think did you respond to me? I think I tried to. Was it you that I gave the tip to to maximize every gate you hit, but tend to the clusters? But that's not like the full tip. The full tip is to because you got to keep clusters at bay. Once you see a couple gates together, that's already a recipe for getting clusters going and stuff. So you want to kind of always be heading towards and tending to the clusters. But when you're hitting single gates, you always want to just time it as good as you can and just take your time with the gate and maximize it, because you need to be in attack mode. You can't be in run mode at all, or you're not gonna. So you want to be in attack mode with those gate clusters, and then when you're hitting single gates, just try to time it to the best, because you can always time it just a little tiny bit more. You can, like when you watch your replays, you can always just pick out little parts like, oh, you could have just a little bit more timing and you would have got the whole cluster. I like to think of it as taking out whole spawns of enemies at once, so you're not like if you look at it and you know in your mind you can take out the whole cluster with a good timed gate, you might as well try. There's no sense in not hitting that gate and leaving a couple enemies on the edge of that cluster. And then for newer players, just learning to use the corners a little bit more and not being afraid of, because once you're in a corner, you can wait for a spawn, and then after that, you can only go through a corner after a spawn. So you got that 1 second, it goes, and then you can fly through the corner and use it. So you don't want to be afraid of corners, because you need all the space on the board. I think I could talk about geometry wars all day. But yeah, just practice in corners. Like when you're next to them, don't be afraid of them. Just know that if you're kind of right there in the corner already and you hear the spawn, then you can go through it. But you can never just go through a corner when you're without waiting for that spawn noise as a green light. Like, okay, you have 2 seconds to go through the corner. Oh yeah, no, you do not. You need you need to utilize the corners, and you need to get into the corners and take care of gate clusters, or else they just screw you over. You play Geometry Wars. In 3, it's even more important because you only get 8 gates on a screen at a time. So if you got a corner with all 8 gates in it, you're not gonna have much luck getting into that corner in 3, because it takes away all your attacking ability. So if you got 6 gates in a corner in 3, you're only working with 2 gates on the rest of the board to attack with. So gate clusters in 3 are even more important to attend to, because once you have 4 gates that you can't really use to attack, it just limits your options. So yeah, gate clusters are. Yeah, and I can't give people tips like typing in on. It's easier to like talk. All right. Yeah, really happy you stopped in, and I'm psyched you like One Piece and Geometry Wars. Like, that's freaking. That stuff's my life, man. I'm a total dork. But yeah, I love One Piece. Here, you know what? I'm gonna show you my bookshelf. Oh, I got all 3 box sets. I'm missing one of the box sets. Pretty sick, huh? My coffee zone right there. About to get that other box set. Dude, the box sets last year, like, I finally got enough money to buy all the One Piece volumes, and they were just completely sold out, and they were all getting scalped. So you could, like, the box sets are supposed to be $200 a pop, but people were scalping them for like up to $1,000 on eBay and all that stuff. Oh yeah, Junji Ito. I hate horror for some reason. Like, movies like Jason or Mike Myers, like, I just gives like, it's my least favorite genre of movies. But those Junji Ito books were just so addicting. I was like loving them. And I don't know, I think it's because horror video games are more engaging, because I really like Resident Evil games. And I'm sure I just never found the right movie or the right horror type movie. But those are like slasher movies, so that's like my least favorite genre, I guess, is slasher type movies. But I'm really bad with movies. I've never even seen Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, I should not be showing off my room. I got like dirty fucking plates on my bookshelf. That's just sacrilege, man. Fuck. You see my Junji Ito's behind my dirty plates. Yeah, I can't wait to try out Tomy, I think. I've only read Remina, Gyo, and Uzumaki. But the ending panel on Gyo is so good, where he's like, he finally don't smell or whatever. I was like, oh, that was nice. You get those little big payoff on the last panel there. Yeah, just talking to you is probably funner than drawing. Yeah, so I'm kind of psyched. This is, I think, one of the most advanced pictures I've ever done. And I kind of got the idea to do... Probably like, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't care what you gotta say, man. Your art is garbage. But I don't know if you probably watched One Piece, but if you ever read it, a lot of his like posters he has the low angle with the legs, so that's what kind of inspired me to go for these drawings. The characters are all kind of posed with the low camera angle, and then their like legs are kind of foreshortened at you. It looks kind of cool, like her legs are that big, but it still kind of makes sense even though it shouldn't. But I don't know, I'd have to think about it more. Oh, you're reading it? Yeah, it's so good. You like watch it and then you want to fucking. You can't read it on the internet, man. You got to get the books. There's something about having a book in your hand that's just so far superior. Okay, yeah, the cover pages, art splash. That's what I was trying to think. The art splash pages. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's just a bunch of good art pieces where he uses that camera angle and like poses the characters all like leaning back, chill, like on the couch or whatever, looking kind of dope. Just quit flashing light. Yeah, but I can't like draw anything just from my head. Like I had to take. It was in one of the One Piece chapters, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to use that angle and draw our characters in that angle. And then it turned into a drawing that I think is probably one of my best drawings, as far as posing characters and whatnot. Dude, why are you still here listening to my nonsense? The dub went on like a 2-year break. I caught up and started reading it. Oh, damn, you watched the dub? Yeah, I heard the dub's actually pretty good. I just can't get over that it's like Krillin and Tien and shit. Like all the One Piece characters are Dragon Ball Z characters. I'm like, it takes me a second to adjust. Yeah, who's Vegeta in One Piece? I swear it's one of, it's like, is it, maybe no one's Vegeta in One Piece. So what's your like favorite like stuff, like anime wise or music or anything that you just like? Curtis Mayfield. Let's try that. Oh my god, is that not one of the best songs ever created? Yeah, we'll skip that and see what else he's got. Vegeta Zoro, okay. Yeah, I think I was gonna say that, but I was like, that's too obvious. Of course Vegeta would be Zoro. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up real quick and not really care about it. Splash pages is the word I was looking for earlier. I don't know if the music is like way less loud than my voice or if it sounds okay. I don't know if you even care. So if you care at all about what I'm trying to do here, it's gonna be, I'm trying to make just a manga series, so I want it to actually go on forever and be like a 100 book type manga. That's so dumb though, it's not gonna happen. But it's kind of ecchi, but I like to think of it as like a parody of the ecchi genre, because it's not just like, I don't know if that makes sense. I want it to have like Austin Powers style humor. Oh, Hunter x Hunter is good. You got an anime list? Evangelion. Oh, I'll check it out. Yeah, I just finished Hunter x Hunter like last year, and it was great. I mean, I don't know if I like it like 10 out of 10 like everyone else seems to like it, because it's kind of like One Piece, where it's kind of like some of the episodes I'm just like, this is boring, I'm not really too into it. But then it has those episodes that just hit so good, and they're like just like epic level stuff. Like I forget the Chimera Ant dude, what was his name again? Like just his arc and how he went out all playing chess and just like being a really cool character. And like the part where Gon, like, oh shit, I can't even remember. I watched like half of it 3 years ago and then the other half last year. I don't know, something about Gon and his dad, like before you actually meet his dad. There's some sort of scene that I remember being really epic. Gon goes God mode on people. That was crazy. Like that, I don't even know what to think of. I don't know if I liked it or didn't like it, because he turns into a freaking. Yeah, that was insane. That was pretty insane. That was cool. But it's like I don't like Gon looking like that. That's not who he is. I don't know. Yeah, that was a fun one though. I'd have to say my favorites are a little bit more weird.
Finding great candidates can be like, well, trying to find
what are my like top favorites?
It's powerful technology.
Probably like Steins Gate, and I really like Clannad. That one's like a love story, high school drama type one. Welcome to the NHK is probably in my top. I love Cowboy Bebop a lot. That was like one of the early ones I watched. Pretty much, I'm easily entertained, so I like pretty much most of the stuff I've seen. I know I'm missing like one of my all-time favorites. I can't think of it right now. And Dragon Ball Z, of course, because I grew up with it. Ooh, Samurai Champloo, yeah. I don't know if I could like it over Bebop. I don't know. You know how like the stuff you watch when you're a kid, it's got that nostalgia boost, so it kind of skews your opinions. Yeah, all my favorites are like the animes I watched when I first got into anime. Because I watched it when I was a kid, and then when I was in high school, I was like, oh, I'm too cool for anime. But then when I was in college, I got back into it like way more. Oops. That's not a good face look for Cyazora. I don't know if you know anything about yoga, but Shavasana is the best pose because you just freaking lay down. It's like you do it at the end of your session and you're just like laying, relaxing. It's like finally I don't have to fucking move anymore. I can just lay here for 10 minutes. And then you're like, oh, this is the best yoga pose because you're just laying down. And then you fall asleep or something. But it's the best yoga pose because it means you completed a successful yoga sesh. Because it's the last one you do. So that's why Yuzora's doing the Shavasana, because she's just chilling, laying down. She's a cat lady. Tiger girl. But this manga I actually wrote with my buddy because I had zero interest in fucking ecchi style or hot anime girl type stuff. I started hanging out with this dude and he was just like, he showed me the way. He showed me how actually funny and awesome certain like ecchi boob themed type anime shows are. Like Monster Musume is his favorite one, and I would just like roll my eyes and think that's the fucking dumbest waste of time type of shit, but I gave it a chance and I was thoroughly entertained, so don't knock it till you try it. It's incredibly stupid that those I don't know, boob animes or whatever they are. Fully Cooley, I swear I tried to watch it. Kaijo. Trigun, oh yeah, that was one of the ones I watched in my early anime days, and I loved Trigun. Like that 90s style is so much cooler than what they're doing now. I do not like the saturated colors they use on all the anime and the computerized look of it. Like, dude, Evangelion and Trigun style is just far more visually appealing in my opinion. It looks like nowadays they just freaking just put bright colors on everything. New Trigun. See, I'm always nervous when they try to come out with new, like, it's kind of like that Berserk show. It's like, I have zero interest because it's computer animated or it's CGI. Or the new Dragon Ball Z movie. It's like, I have zero interest in that simply because it's CGI. I'm too picky though. I don't know, I guess maybe kids nowadays don't mind the CGI mix, like if they're doing it for backgrounds or when it's where it's needed, but once you put it on once the characters are video game characters, it's, I don't know, I'm such a whiner. Just don't like video game looking anime. Dude, oh, that makes me nervous. New Trigun, that'd be sweet. Do you know when the Chainsaw Man anime comes out? I think that's happening this month. I feel like Chainsaw Man's the most overhyped thing, but it is quite fun to read. The latest Made in Abyss. I don't even know what genre that is. I've heard Made in Abyss a bunch. Isn't it like kind of have a kiddie look to it or something? Like a more simple drawing style. I have no idea. Yeah, I agree. It's not an anime. It's I don't know. Like Dragon Ball Z Broly was. I liked it a lot, but I just can't get over the CGI. I'm just like, I don't want that in there. But it's not like I hate like Pixar or anything. Like I love the Toy Story and Minions and all that kind of stuff. So I love CGI. I think it's great. It's just, I don't like the mixture. It's like immersion breaking when it's suddenly like, okay, the character is also sudden a video game character. All right, Inktober, man. A whole hour of fucking not really doing much. was kind of planning on just being lazy tonight because Sundays I gotta work all day. So I knew I wouldn't be doing much tonight. But it's way funner chatting with you, dude. Haven't watched that either. Do you actually usually struggle with Inktober? I tried it almost, I think I tried it 4 years ago or something. Yeah, I tried it 4 years ago, and then I tried it the next year, and like I just couldn't do it because I didn't have the drawing skill yet. Or I made it like day 13, but what I wanted to do, because I thought it would be poser style to just like prep a bunch of drawings and then just ink them for Inktober, because the hard part isn't the inking, the hard part is getting the drawing right. So I tried to draw and ink in the same day, and I just came out with like 13 crappy drawings that I wasn't too happy with. And then I gave up once you realize, like, okay, that drawing was so bad and my whole Inktober's ruined. Just threw a little fit, kicked the dog, draw timber. I have a nice voice. I've literally never heard anyone say that to me ever. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm happy though. I'm into the drawing. I think it's all I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life, hopefully. Because when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was skate, and that's still the case. Skateboarding to me is just #1 all-time favorite activity till the day I die. When I can't walk, I'll quit skating, like when I'm 60. But my knees are completely toast already, and it's like kind of prevent me from skating a little bit, but that just makes it worse. Like if you don't skate for a couple months, my knees are just done. So it's good to just stay limber and do that. I don't know why I started talking about skateboarding all of a sudden. And then I've wasted my whole 20s just drinking alcohol and playing Geometry Wars and other video games. So I'm kind of set up in a bad spot from that. But it was worth it because Geometry Wars is the shit. It's the best arcade game of all time, I think. Yeah, no, it took me almost 11 years to get a world record in that game. And then when I finally did, I was like, okay. Okay, next move. It's like the biggest relief. Because the other guys are just better than me. They were battling for top spots for 10 years before I could even get up there with them. But I was fully committed. I was like, yeah, the hackers always bothered me. I kind of forget about it now. Now that the community of Geometry Wars is kind of together and we like do the Discord thing, it's like the hackers don't really matter. But back in the day when the only social thing about Geometry Wars was like if people uploaded YouTube and then it was just the leaderboards. Oh yeah, dude, thank you so much for stopping by though. I enjoy chatting with you. I'm probably gonna get off here pretty soon. I'd like to have done something other than this. That was not zero productivity. I blame you. No, just kidding. But for real, much more funner socializing than just doing my drawing by myself. Damn hackers, I know that's... Are you following the standard list of Inktober? No. No, I never thought that was necessary. Like, I remember watching some, like, when I first figured out what it was, and they're just kind of like, you don't have to follow the rules, as long as you're inking every day. And I was like, well, fuck, inking every day. You could do this and successfully inktober every day. So that's why I wanted to do the drawing and the inking when I first started. Because I'm such a slacker, I'm already thinking of Inktober hacks. Like, if I get on right at 12 or get on at like 11:59, and then technically I'll be inking into the next day. So then you only have to ink 15 days of Inktober because you're inking 2 days at once if you're drawing as the day transitions. Slacker skills. Alright, I'm gonna bust out a couple. Crazy giraffe lady. Alright, I'm just gonna do this one for fun and then I'm gonna call it a night. Nice, dude. Did you just get in there? I was hoping you'd be in there for days already. What I did with the cap for this one. I guess I can leave it out all night and it still works, so whatever. No. Oh, it looks like we got another dude up in here. I don't know about you, man. Who is you, man? Oh, he was already been talking, dude. I'm sorry. There's 2 dudes. I didn't even notice you, Stefoka. I was answering your question, thinking it was from Soup. Sorry. Sorry, Stefoka. Where am I from? I'm in USA. Oh, well, thanks for joining, Stefoka. I don't know if you're a geometry warrior or a drawer or how you found my stream. But thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna be streaming every night. Trying to get a little work on the manga done. This random screen tone right here. Plop. Oh, cool. Yeah, I sometimes like going browsing art and going down to the dudes that only have a couple dudes in the party. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of niche having everyone's doing digital stuff, and I'm like, dude, fucking, why would you want to do digital when you can do the stuff Oda's doing, man? So this is just a practice page, so I'm just gonna do it willy-nilly. So do you like, Stefoka, do you like, anime? Or are you like a traditional drawer? Are you into, are you just a fan of art? Or if you do any artwork yourself, we'd love to check it out, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, the G-Pen. I don't know if you guys know. G-Pen is kind of what the mangaka use in Japan. And it is a hassle and it's high risk, but it's so fun. There's something about it that's just feels so cool. I can't imagine clunky ass like friggin' computer drawing. What? What you talking about, Willis? You guys think the music in the background sounds good? Or like too quiet or... Okay, that mouth is horrible. She needs more of like a wide mouth if she's like in shock from what's going on. So I think her mouth should be like definitely wider. I don't know what that mouth is doing there. Yeah, it looks wider in this drawing. I don't know. When I traced it the other night, I must have just traced it bad. But even this one should be, I think, like that. And see a little bit. Oh shit. See what I'm saying? It's like super high risk using the dip pins, because if you can just smear it, ruin the whole page. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do like 20. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, dude. It's because my face is like right next to the iPhone. Because I talk pretty quietly and stuff, so I was surprised the audio came in good when I watched the replay. I can't really turn my music up too much louder. Oh my gosh, what was that? That was a bad line. It should have went more like this. Yeah, I was gonna try to just draw that good and then just a little bit there. Yeah, G-Pen can get in my nerves with them smooth lines, maybe. Just into good drawings and good art in general wouldn't focus on the media? I don't really understand. Good lines and good art wouldn't focus on the media. Oh, you don't really care what the medium is. Okay. Yeah, the medium don't really matter. It's kind of just preference, because it's all just, in the end, it's all just fundamentals. Yeah, it's a hassle using the G-Pen, but as soon as you like, every time you bust it out, it's always like, oh yeah. It just feels so cool. Something about it. I guess all the other dip pins are kind of have the similar awesomeness to it. Let's try to test that theory since this is just a practice page. Let's try this one real quick. This is, I don't even know. This is the other pin nibs that come in the pack. I saw in a video it said you're supposed to actually take a lighter. Oh damn, this feels kind of cool too. Oh, this is bigger, but it actually gives you thinner lines. Which I was kind of thinking that G-Pen had too thick of lines for what certain stuff I was trying to do. This is a frying pan I'm trying to draw, so I don't know how I could improve my accuracy, because Need good geometry for stuff like that needs to have geometry in it. Okay. Oh yeah, this one feels just pretty cool, just like the G pen. Zora's crying her eyes out. She's like, this crazed giraffe lady, I'm innocent. Sorry, I'm Italian and I can misspell. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm American and I misspell. Or I just don't even like talk properly. Like ambulance? What the ambulance? You're calling? I don't under. What's an ambulance? It's called ambulance. It's ambulance. Something. I say something. So I am the one to apologize because I'm just improperly using language all the time. All right, I'm just slacking. I'm just not even caring. Fucking up all the lines. Sorry, I suck at kind of noticing everything, but bye soup, thank you for stopping in. You probably typed in that comment like an hour ago. You did, because I remember reading it a long time ago. Yeah, super cool to have two dudes in here to hang out. While I get nothing done, like usual. Dude, I think I'm gonna have to use this instead of the G pen because since I'm drawing on the doujinshi paper, I think it's smaller than what a normal mangaka is using. Oh, what the frick, that line was horrible. Whacking her in the face, man. I think I'm the only one who thinks this manga is hilarious. But if I like it, then it's good enough for me. It's like, all the burgers in the bag or this girl gets it, is the previous panel. And then she's like, you think this is a joke? She just takes a frying pan upside. Oh yeah, there needs to be space for this thought, because the McDonald's employee is like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'll get a manager for you. And then she just like takes a frying pan to the face. Why am I laughing at something so dumb? Whack. Loses a couple teeth. Yeah, these drawings are... See, I'm not very good at drawing, but I know if I don't try to actually complete the manga, it's just gonna be like... I'll get better at drawing, and then all the pages are gonna be unacceptable by the time I want to start inking and everything. I don't know why, I'm just not even trying, I'm just fucking around. Let's try to actually think about the line. Was you Karen? Yeah, she's definitely like a giraffe Karen lady, I don't know. Lately I've been feeling a bit lonely and Twitch art helps a little with it. Hey man, don't feel lonely. You got everything you need within your heart, my friend. But yeah, loneliness can suck. I'm a nerd dork, so I just kind of hang out by myself. It's nice having someone to draw us to. Yeah, this Twitch stuff's been a real blessing. I don't know if you heard us talking about Geometry Wars earlier, but it's just fun to, you're in your room by yourself, but you end up just teaming up with some dudes who are into the same stuff as you, and it's just fun. So yeah, I'm glad you came in and stuck around. I think I'll just keep hanging out with you. I was about to get off, but I ain't really got nothing better to do. Get to bed a little early is what I wanted to do, and be productive tomorrow. So if you're feeling lonely and stuff, I mean, I don't know. You just gotta be productive. You can't, if you're lonely and then you're like sitting in your loneliness, that's like, well, that's on you, man. But you can use the loneliness to your advantage and freaking master Geometry Wars. That's what I did. Yeah, it's a game, an arcade game. Yeah, just keep working on your comic, and drawing is like so damn hard and ridiculous, and like you just feel like you're not making any progress. But that's what makes it rewarding, because eventually you do make that progress, and you're like, look at your stuff from 5-10 years ago, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've learned so much, even though it feels like you're not learning anything, and you just feel like you're sucking, but you can't think about that. You just kind of want to get lost in the work. I'm trying to act like I'm good at drawing, but this stuff's hard. Like, it just takes hours and hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I hope your comic comes together good, and just keep working on it and don't give up. I'm sure you're probably like really good artist. So but I just turned 34, so I'm like an old ass fucking dude. He's like all washed up, trying to do this type of stuff still. It's like, I like cartoons and anime and video games and skateboarding. I'm 34 years old. See, this was just pointless. Because last night I did that, and I was kind of focused, so it doesn't look horrible. But then when you look at these, it's like, what are you doing? You're not even trying. What is the point? I gotta feel it out, because I'm kind of new to the inking. I've tried a lot of inking in the past, but not like manga style, like legit. I'm gonna try to make it so it looks like she has teeth right here. No, that's not gonna work. Yeah, of course, link that. I gotta check out Soup's anime list too, from his link from earlier. Yeah, I just made an Instagram. Maybe I'll put it up on my front page of Twitch or something. I don't know. Stefoka. Yeah, I'll probably check it out after I'm done streaming because I don't want to take the camera down and mess with stuff. So I hope to see you again maybe one night and we can hang out. I'll join your stream for sure if you're doing art on stream. But I want to know what's your favorite. Do you like anime? What your favorite ones are? I think you might have heard me and Soup talking about One Piece earlier. I think he said he likes it a lot. But for me, it's the end all be all of all media. But yeah, like One Piece is my favorite show. My favorite movie is Lord of the Rings. And I just like all kinds of music and stuff like that. Made in Abyss. Okay, I'm gonna check out Made in Abyss for sure. Because he said that was the first thing he said when I still thought you were Soup. the wrong thinking out of the way and figure it out. Because this just is too cluttered for a manga page, even though I thought it was good when I was drawing it. But yeah, how about I will... Dude, I'm gonna mess everything up. I'll do the little... this will be kind of more what it'll be like in the final drawing. Kind of a thumbnail. So you get the end of the cement truck instead of the whole cement truck. And then kind of the hole in the street. And we got like a little, what would they call these things? Like a little barrier. I don't know. And then so Yozora's gonna be here. Like, sorry. Gomine. Made in Abyss, dude. I can't wait to check it out. It seems like it's like one of those like, oh, it's all fun, innocent. And then like something dark happens or like it gets serious. And there's a new season too, so it'll be fun to get into. Alright, I'm just trying to show you like how this panel kind of should be in the final version. Okay, sorry dudes. And then there's like, I mean, her path of destruction basically. She goes in and fucks up the construction cement site, splashes ink on, or splashes the cement on those dudes. They turn into statues. That's so cheesy. I don't care though. But yeah, the staging is basically, so it's like everything's just on one. You need, like, see how she's like the foreground? So it's kind of like, you need a better, I need like her in the foreground. I think, dude, I don't even know. I'm just trying to figure all this stuff out. Get the full trauma. Oh, it's a trauma. Yeah, so that's like where I'm at. And I have, me and my manga partner, we wrote this manga almost 4 years ago. We have the first season written. And, so yeah, 4 years ago we started. This is all I got. But I do have 80 pages kind of laid out, storyboards complete. But now I have like the 80 pages of kind of final drawings, getting ready to start inking them. So that's kind of all I've been doing lately, is just because there's 4 chapters and it's like these pages are kind of closer to completing than most of the other pages. So it's like I'm guessing around 30% done with the drawing before I can ink the final inks for the first 4 chapters. And that's the whole goal for me now, is to just release the first 4 chapters and see how it looks, how long it took me. And then I'll start on, I might mess around with like the storyboard for chapter 5. But then I'm treating the first 4 chapters as kind of like slow, learn how to do it, don't cut corners. And then hopefully the first 4 chapters turn out good. And I did them all together, so that way it's like more cohesive. You don't have like first chapter looking like garbage and then it like gets better. Like it, because if I would have just started at the beginning, I'd have like crappy drawings from 2 years ago. And then the current drawings, like chapter 4, would probably just look a lot better than chapter 1. So that's why I'm doing the first 4 chapters together. Dude, why are you still listening to me? Oh yeah, you said you're bored. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up out of here. I really appreciate you stopping by. That was super fun. But yeah, I think that'll be cool. Actually, I'm gonna show you one more thing real quick. I think for this actual page, I'm gonna go all out on it and do a difficult perspective from this magazine. Oh shit. Oh, I'm always hard on myself. That's like my style. It's like, you fucking suck. But yeah, so I was thinking in-depth comic panel art from this issue of Imagine FX. And I was like, dude, that would actually be kind of dope for this particular drawing scene. Because it would work, but it'd just be kind of flipping the horizon line. Just tilting up the horizon line. But I think, and this is it wouldn't look like that, but it's kind of like, I think I could use this perspective for that panel. Because like this dipped in part would be the wet cement area. And then, you got all like the cement truck there, Yuzora pop in, and kind of the background. So I think I do want to follow this tutorial for this panel. And then maybe make this panel on the final page would be bigger. But there's the one main issue that's stressing me a little bit is just the manga that in general is too cluttered. Just the whole thing. It's like in One Piece it kind of has busy pages, but it's kind of like a newbie mistake. My pages are just a little bit too busy, because most manga you'll bust out and it's like 4 panels, 5 panels per page is a good number, but mine averages like 6 or 7 panels a page. So things are going to be kind of dense. And so that's like the only thing that's worrying me about the manga. And besides the fact that it's just the dumbest thing ever, because we wrote it kind of to be funny and goofy. I like to think of it as a parody of the ecchi genre, kind of like Austin Powers, SpongeBob type humor with a bunch of big booby babes. So that's kind of the idea behind it. But I'm really happy, and it's been fun working on it. So I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, insanely slow pace. Yeah, feeling like I'm spinning my wheels a bit. But every time I like just little stuff like doing this drawing last week, I was like, all right, yeah. I never could have done something like that a couple years back. But I was trying a couple years back, so it's just like, if you keep trying, you can do whatever. If you don't give up, you will win. That's just how it is. On certain things, though. It depends how much attention you want the reader to invest. Yeah, I mean, I feel like... of course you want the reader to just be totally engaged. You want the reader to be like, oh, what's going to happen next? So I feel like we got that going for us. Kind of just a obnoxiously dumb story. Like, some people might like that. But to me, I do want it to have like emotional payoffs or like drama that actually like feels like, I want the characters to seem like fleshed out and real, and I want it to have like emotional moments like in One Piece or whatever. I don't know. But my manga partner, all he cares about is the boobs. Heart of Jim is rating a party 45. That's not right, dude. No. I cannot. I've only streamed like twice in my life. And now we got 69 dudes up in here, man. That is not cool. Oh! Pretty neat. 69 dudes? What? 69 kind of fits the theme of immature, boob-themed manga that I'm trying to do here. I was just playing into Stefoka, my new homie. Just kind of showing him the progress. We got some pages. These are all practice pages on computer paper. I'm actually a little nervous. Oh my gosh, I've never had a bunch of people watching what I'm doing. But yeah, our manga's gonna be pretty awesome. All right, I'll just go back to what I was explaining. But this panel's too busy, so it's gonna need... kind of did like a how it should be. So kind of separate, like there'd be a more of a foreground, a middle ground, background. Instead of, it's just too cluttered. That wouldn't work, especially if you look at like a tankobon's size, like shrink all that into that size, it just wouldn't work. So these are all practice pages, just trying to learn how to do it. Dude, a bunch of people are actually in here. That drunk chick, I don't think there is a drunk chick. So in this story, Medaka, she gets all she just has too much on her plate, and she decides to go on a bender, and she just doesn't do well with alcohol. So she actually does go alcoholic mode, and it's part of the story where they kind of need to rescue her and get her out of her funk, because she's hanging out with Kyoko, who's the total perv of the city and just a bad character to be hanging out with. Frick, dude, I'm totally toast. We got a bunch of people in here. I worked a 12-hour shift, man. I can't do it. But yeah, thank you everyone. Art of Jim, dude, I watched you a bunch of times, like just browsing Twitch, fantasizing about being an art Twitcher for the last 3 years. Just finally decided to do it. I think I'm actually subscribed to you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to commit to Inktober and actually do it. I failed Inktober twice. I think 4 years ago. I attempted to draw out a drawing and ink it in the same day, and I just didn't have the skills to do that. So yeah, I failed Inktober twice, but I feel like it is kind of cheating having a bunch of drawings just ready to ink, because the drawing part is the actual hard part. But you know, it'll just be fun to say I did it. And a bunch of dudes are in here. What the heck? If you do stream with ink instead, you'll probably get lots of rings if you tag your stream with it. It's like Inktober for Twitch artists. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, dude. I believe in you. Yeah, I mean, me and my manga partner, we wrote this story almost 4 years ago. So, but I mean, if I look back at our like original book that we were drawing, like I just didn't have the drawing. Like, I couldn't even draw an anime girl, and now I'm kind of getting the hang of it. So it's just been fun learning and getting it down and trying to. It makes it more fun doing it traditional. Like, get all the supplies and just kind of try to be a mangaka for real. Stream link, Stream Inc. Yeah, dude, thanks so much for raiding me. That's really cool of you. I never would have thought. But I'm not prepared. Like, I'm nervous. Like, a bunch of dudes up in here. But yeah, I was literally just about to get off because I'm like toast. I don't even have... My brain is just fried from today. I work 12-hour shifts on Sunday, so I got home and I was just like, all right, I'm going to have just a quick shitty stream. But then some cool people showed up in my stream, so it's like I'm not gonna get off the stream if there's cool dudes up in here. Daily comics for it. Oh man. Yeah, but you're like a pro, so you could do that, but a whole comic in one day. That's sick. I guess I'll show off a little bit more. So, because I said we've been working on this for 4 years, so it'd be embarrassing if that's all I had. But this is kind of a splash art page. I was pretty happy with how it's looking. I want to get the dog face looking better. But I got like 80 chapters storyboarded out. And then this would be like the final drawings for the first 4 chapters. They're in various states of completion. I'll just pull them out at random. I don't know if you can... What the heck? Oh. I don't know if you guys can see. The pencils are pretty light because it's all... Here's some lines. I kind of like this page, just that panel. I'm sure something's wrong with the... Oh, yeah, I can see the perspective. Like, it looks like the desk is too low, I guess. So the manga, I don't know how to pitch the manga really, but I'd say it's a parody of ecchi type genre. Sexy big boob girls. They own a lingerie shop, and it's kind of like a little love triangle goes on. But it's like an obnoxiously dumb manga. Like, in this scene, she tells Yuzuru to go out in the city and pass out flyers, fill out so we can have our 30% off sale. And then she calls up Yuzuru. She's like, this ain't really the target demographic I had in mind. She's like, where do you even find all these psychopaths? And she's like, well, there's this huge tomboy convention downtown. She's like, tomboy convention? Do tomboys even buy lingerie? And then one of the dudes is like, I ain't buying a damn thing till I get my free gift. Because Yuzuru promised free gifts if they came to the lingerie store. But you'll have to read the manga if you want to find out what the free gifts are, because they're about the dumbest gifts you could give to someone. And so the whole crowd of people that came to the lingerie store for the free gifts just ends up in a barroom style brawl fight craziness where the whole shop gets destroyed. And that's kind of the end of chapter 4. Like, just the shop gets destroyed because they invite there's just a bunch of crazy characters in there, and it's kind of Monster Girl themed. But all our none of our main characters are monster girls besides Yuzuru's a tiger girl. So yeah, it's in Still a very sketchy phase. But it's coming together, and the first 4 chapters are actually all planned out. So I just gotta... I think the drawing process is about 30% complete, so I got a ton of just sitting down and pulling out a page and just working on it. And I'm really not that good at drawing. I only recently started to get any confidence with drawing. You gotta splash the face in the... See, my manga partner is actually the guy. Like, I didn't have any direction with my art. I didn't know what to do. I always wanted to get good at art, but like I was just drawing Chun-Li's and they were looking half-assed, filling up a bunch of mini sketchbooks. And my main issue with drawing was I wouldn't use reference. So that's the best way to make sure you don't get better at art, is to just draw without reference. Like, oh yeah, I could totally draw a character out of my head. It's like, no, you could try that for 10 years and not be able to do it, which I did. And then it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I started, because I still am bad at pulling up reference. But I'm getting better at trying to learn and use reference and try to draw. See, this page I really want to be good, because the running gag is, of course, the main character is going to get some sort of cream base, some sort of cream liquid covering her boobs. So this is her first motorcycle crash, and she flies into a milk truck, and then the milk's kind of pouring on her boobs. So that's like to the first. So I kind of want that to be good, but it just looks bad. I don't know why that looks bad. But it needs to read like a chick who flew into a milk truck off her motorcycle, and now her boobs are covered in milk. And that's kind of her first peek of Yuzora, who ends up being her love interest. She's like, oh, that girl didn't even see me. She caused me to get in an accident. And this is the chunk of the pages that I have only chicken scratched. So I've only got like 7 pages that are like completely just barely laid out. So I've started drawing on pretty much most of the pages. But yeah, it's been fun. Manga, traditional. And I pulled out this Stefoka. I keep forgetting your name, Stefoka. I was kind of showing him, I think I'm going to use this tutorial from this magazine for that panel that was too busy, where she goes through the cement truck area. Because this just perspective is cool. I don't know, dynamic perspective. This is something. I don't know if that's necessary to do that. Yeah, cool. There's still 26 dudes. Heck yeah. Art of Jim loves the obnoxiously dumb manga. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool if like some actual legit artist ended up liking this project once it's finished. Because I want it. Because we have a whole first season written. But the first 4 chapters that is the goal to complete right now, I think is about 12 pages out of the first. I think we got 60 pages written, and then the first 4 chapters covers 12. So I guess the whole first season will be done in like, shit, that's 12. I suck at math. Damn it. Maybe, I don't know, like 20 chapters for the... Anything else I can show? Not really. I mean, I've been just 100% focused on this manga for the last 6 months. And the amount of improvement in my drawing is pretty immense. So all my stuff from last year is just bad. I've got a whole box of bad art. I could bust out some old art. Here's a practice page that I spilled a ton of ink all over. So whiteout works. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the learning process as I'm making these first 4 chapters. Anything else I could show? This one I did the other day. I kind of like. It's our 3 characters chilling on the couch. It's still in sketch mode, but I feel like I couldn't do anything like this even at the beginning of this year. But their legs are all stacked, and Yuzora's just got her feet in Madaka's face. So it kind of shows off the characters' personalities a little bit, which is kind of fun to just like. I was watching Tim McBurney on YouTube, and he's like, yeah, you can draw and have a good drawing, but is it worth drawing? Like, is the subject matter entertaining? So that's something to think about too. Is like, I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to just be drawing my characters for practice anymore. I want to be having them doing something, or have a little bit of story in all your drawings. That way it's not just. He's like, yeah, you can draw a good drawing, but is the drawing like, I don't know, entertaining or something? I could do a risky flip through the sketchbook. Who knows how much weird stuff I might have in here. Oh, I kind of like this one. Figuring out how to do mirrors, like a little. Yeah, I could even ink that as it's just like a kind of crappy drawing. But this boob would be way down here. Certainly nobody has boobs up on their collarbone, right? It would look a little bit weird if your boobs started at the collarbone. I mean, I guess maybe it technically does. Yeah, there's a dressing room scene in the manga that I've like tried to work out probably 5 or 6 times, and the mirror just makes it hard. I'm a huge One Piece fan. It's my favorite thing ever, as far as media goes. And Chopper and Karoo, I drew that out of my head, so that was kind of not horrible. But yeah, I'm not that good at drawing, but I've been making progress, so that's fun. So yeah, just sketchiness, nothing good in there. I don't think I have anything to show, man. Once this manga's done, I'll have something to show. I can't believe I got rated by Art of Jim. That was freaking crazy, dude. Thank you guys for hanging out here still, even. Show some of your art, please. I'm bad at, like, talking. I'm bad at, like, putting thoughts together. Alright, let me just read some of these comments. Do you have anything so you can show? I've always wanted to get into drawing and show. Any tips for getting started? Grind it out. Don't give up. Because like I said, I spun my wheels for 15 years. I'm 34. And I'm just starting to get the hang of drawing. So I'm sure all you guys are young dudes. So just imagine if you start grinding right now. Like, it's never too late. You can always get good at anything if you put your mind to it. Do you know where you plan to put the manga when it's done? Yeah, I just want the manga physical form. So that's all I care about, is the end goal is having the Tankobon style issue that I can try to push off on people. It's so funny. To me, it's hilarious because it's like, I just imagine trying to get my brother to read it, and he'd be like, dude, I'm not reading your manga. And I just like have the physical book to try to force him to read it. It's just, I can't even imagine having it complete. Because I have kind of a dumb sense of humor, so I don't know if I've said this like 6 times tonight already, but I want it to have like a Austin Powers or kind of, I don't know, like even like humor as dumb as like is what's in SpongeBob or. So it'll be like I want it to be like Austin Powers style humor, but with just like sexy anime girls. And it's a 50-50 effort. Like my buddy, he doesn't draw, but I wrote it with him. So even though I'm like working on it every night, it's still his manga kind of deal, because he's the one who got me into the ecchi, and I thought freaking ecchi was like stupid and dorky or whatever, but he convinced me otherwise. I just tried out like watching Monster Musume, and I was surprisingly entertained, even though I still don't really watch that kind of stuff. I can see the value in it, and especially for like just like brain candy type stuff. It's like so funny. Close to 50, and I just started. Heck yeah, man. See, that's what I love. That's like what inspires me these days, because I'm 34. All I did was drink alcohol and play video games in my 20s. And skateboarding is my favorite thing ever. So it's like, I barely even watch, like, I mean, I watch everything skateboarding, but my favorite skaters are like the dudes who are like 42 and are like, you know what, I'm going to try to learn how to skateboard. And then it's like, takes them like 2 years to do their first kickflip. And it's just like, to me, that's the cool stuff. It's not like people who are like, you know, privileged little kid who's like grew up and his parents owned a skate park. Yeah, of course he's good. To me, it's like dudes who just want to do it for the sake of doing it and having and just for the essence of trying some hard and having fun and just feeling the progress. But yeah, that's super dope. 50 and you're starting your first comic. I've been practicing by doing the 24-hour comics day challenge. 24-hour comic. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I made a few like little comics when I was younger, so I had a little bit of a head start with drawing, but not really much. Like, I don't know. I look at my drawings from 10 years ago, and it's just kind of like, wow, you really were unable to just put together a character or whatever. If you truly want to draw, start with something you like. Try drawing. Yeah, I think you asked a question, and I just like, my mind's all over the place. I've never even considered having a bunch of dudes in a stream that I'm trying to talk to. Okay, Jaggy said he wanted to get into art, and I give you an answer for that. I was like, if you want it and it is in your soul, I mean, you can't not do it, because it'll always be like kind of bugging you in the back of your brain, like, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You'll be an old grandpa on your deathbed, like thinking, man, I never really pursued that thing that I wanted to do. Yeah, and it sucks because you literally can draw for years and years and years, and your drawings still suck. But that's just how it is. But if you're smart and you just like practice properly, you're gonna get good. I'm not very smart. I practiced wrong for years and years. I didn't use reference. Just use reference 90% of the time. That's probably my main thing I would like to go back and just make sure I do, is use reference 90% of the time. And then that other 10, you can test your ability. You don't want to just be testing your ability in sketchbooks all day, because you're not going to be learning anything. Because I would just sit there trying to draw an anime babe for like 3 hours, and it would just look wonky and not be good. But if you just pull out a reference and just try to draw from that and like break down it's all about the circles and the cylinders and the squares, and like the basic stuff that's in all the drawing books, you want to just grind on that. Because it seems boring to draw cylinders and boxes, but you got to figure out your forms and your structure. Dude, I'm trying to talk like I know something. Yeah, I did not intend on really streaming very long. So sick though. Some dudes in here. I'm so happy you guys, if you got any enjoyment out of what I'm doing, I mean, I'll take that to the bank. I'll start by drawing Batman and Spidey. Oh yeah, you gotta draw Batman and Spidey. Yeah, I'd say just carry a mini sketchbook in your pocket. That kind of helped me stay, like, even though I felt like I was a poser artist, I still always had my mini sketchbook in my pocket. Let me find it real quick. I don't know. I have a little mini sketchbook, but they're moleskin sketchbooks. They're like that big. They're really thin, crappy paper, so it's like not that great for ink. But if you do it right, you don't have to worry, because you can just have like a sticky note in there to catch the ink from bleeding. Dude, where is it? I don't know, a little mini moleskin sketchbook. I think they're 3x5. All you guys, if you're thinking about drawing, I'd just pick up one of those and always keep it in your pocket and try to draw when if you're at work, or like you get a time, like you're at I don't know, you can just draw anywhere you're at if you got a mini sketchbook. I mean, just carry around a stack of sticky notes and just start jamming. See if I can't draw a quick little character. But yeah, I just learned to like keep my eyes like good. So you want to have them like, I don't know. I always felt like when I'm drawing a face, I was doing like, say I'm looking at a little bit of an up angle, so I do like a curved thing for it, but that would like throw off my eyes. So yeah, all the structure stuff is just so important, because people can see how far off your eyes are. So I threw like this one up on like just to get tips, like see what's wrong with it. And people can just easily like, oh yeah, your eyes are fucked up. Like you just do 2 lines to see that your eyes aren't lined up. And I think it's partially because I was doing like trying to have that line curved, or on a down angle it would be like that. But you don't really need to do that, because I think you can just have it like, even if it's on a down angle, you can still have that straight line, and then just try to imagine it dipping in. I cannot give tips. Did somebody ask me for a tip when I'm a newbie? Yeah, this fundamentals. And then you hear the word like pen mileage or whatever. You just get more comfortable over time. Putting it off. Yeah, don't put it off. And don't care that your drawings are going to suck, because they're not going to be good if you're wanting to learn and you're just starting. But smart practice makes perfect, or I don't know, smart practice is pretty vital. But I'm a good example of a guy who practiced wrong and just grinded it out for like 15 years until I got until I can do this. Not that this is good, but it's a long ways from what I could do 10 years ago. And it's fun and it's worth it, even when you don't feel like doing it. A thing that helped me a lot lately is like the times where you really don't want to do it is the best time to do it, because that just improves your willpower. Like when you're just toast and you're like, I didn't even want to stream tonight because I worked all day and I just wanted to like just do a crappy quick stream and so that I'm committed to the Inktober, but I didn't plan on I didn't really do anything productive tonight because I just surprisingly had a bunch of awesome people come talk to me. But yeah, it's like anything. You get that limbic friction going and you want to chill and watch anime because anime is the ultimate form of entertainment. But no, you must work hard and then you can watch your anime. Yeah, and just on like the days, like if it's raining outside and you're like, man, I don't want to go jogging because it's raining, or if you're gonna like try to cancel what you're gonna do because of some little excuse, that's the day where it's like, no, F that, you gotta go and do it. Just a little bit too. Just sitting down is one of the hardest parts, because just sitting down and getting started is usually feels like a hard task, but once you're sitting down and doing it, usually keep going for an hour, even if you feel like you're only going to sit down for 15 minutes. Thanks, I've been running. Yeah, and don't like compare yourself to other people's art and stuff, because everyone that you see who's good at art has their little kid drawings they had to get out of the way, like that, just like were wonky drawings. Dude, my brain is gonna explode. I can't believe I just had a bunch of people come in here, and I'm not very good at talking or entertaining and stuff. But it was cool. I dig it. Yeah, but I streamed for an extra hour and a half. I was planning on getting off at 12. I need to be more self-disciplined and just start doing tasks. Yeah, it's easy to waste your time for sure. Like I said earlier, all I did was drink alcohol when I was in my 20s, so if you want it, you can do it. Because I always wanted to be an artist, even when I was just kind of piling out. So if you have it within you, it's not going to go away if you really want to learn how to draw. Because it's just it's just so cool. I mean, Akira Toriyama, are you kidding me? Michelangelo, Da Vinci, I'm just like throwing names out there. All the cool dudes do the drawings, right? Somebody asked for me to show. This is something I did like 4 years ago. Now I feel like hopefully I could do like a bunch of these way better. Because I just look at it's like she got a Michael Jackson nose and shit. Yeah, I don't really have too much. I'd like to have more Da Vinci. For self-discipline. Yeah, Jaggy, don't mess around, because like, yeah, you can waste your time like I did, or you could be way more awesomer than me and just, alpha chat it on everything you do. Just like approach life like an alpha chat, even if you're kind of not even if you're kind of a dork or whatever, or not the coolest kid in school. You can still fake it till you make it, maybe? I don't know. I'm just saying random dumb stuff at this point. You know, basically my tips for art is you gotta alpha chat it. Da Vinci. Alright, I'm gonna call it, guys. I can't stay up any later. Dude, that was so sick, though. I wonder if anyone, like, subscribed to... Might show back up. Art of Jim. I felt kind of bad, because I don't remember exactly what his art is, but I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him. What was his style? I forget. Oh, dude, he's still here. No, go away. That's so funny. Damn it. I thought for sure you'd be gone by now. Why aren't you like a pro artist and you're just chilling over here? Oh, that's so funny. I feel like I'm like one of the dumber guys out there. So the fact that you brought all these dudes up into my channel is pretty cool. So thank you. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, Jim, dude. More manga chops. Yeah, right. That's so funny. Dude, that was really cool. I know, people are still chilling with me, man. I'm pretty psyched about it. Because I feel like maybe I could be a pro artist one day. Like, whoa. Like, that just makes me so happy. It's not even maybe. I think I'm going to really actually just keep on the grind. I know I can do it if I put my mind to it. The dude, Stefoka, thank you for being here all that day, all the time, this whole day. I probably won't check out your stuff tonight just because I'm gonna get to bed. But you're my favorite dude here, Stefoka. But Art of Jim, he's pretty close. He's like really close to being my other favorite dude because he's like a pro, man, and you need to network these days. It's all about networking. All right, well, Stefoka, man, I hope you have a super awesome night. Anyone else who's here as well, Art of Jim, like, I feel like you're a legend or something. I don't even remember which dude you are, but I know you're awesome. So thank you for rating me, everyone, and have a oh, I can raid someone myself. I've never done that. I don't know how Twitch even works. I'm struggling with the basics here. If you need I don't know how to raid. Just type raid and then username. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take my phone down and do that then. Oops. I don't want to ban you. That's not what I'm going for. I don't even know how to type in my stream. Share stream. Hey, thanks, Jaggy. Thank you for stopping by. You're the one who asked about it, the art tips. I know you can, because if I can do it, man, you're set. I know you're probably younger than me and cooler, so you can get it. You can do anything you put your mind to. But the wake, you gotta do the wake. I don't think I can figure out how to raid someone right now, Jim. I don't even know how to type in my own chat. Just like tapping the screen randomly. Yeah, I'll try to figure that out. Maybe next. I'd feel bad though, because I mean, you rated me. I'd like to send these 24 awesome dudes to somewhere cool too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta pee so bad too. I'm just gonna end it. But in my heart, I'm rating that dude. Suited X. I'm just gonna go to Suited X stream and be like, hey, I wanted to raid you, but I don't know how. Sorry, dude. I had 20 dudes. All right, later, everyone. Thank you again, Jim and Stefoka. You're the homie. Jaggy, you're super awesome too. Later, guys.